VirtuaVerse is a classic 8-bit point-and-click lover's dream that throws back to games like Monkey Island and Beneath a Steel Sky. Continuing with the synth neo wave of now, this sci-fi story oozes the pinks, purples and blues we're currently addicted to. Set in the future, you play the part of Nathan, a tech nerd who loves salvaging vintage tech such as CRTs and Nokia phones. The setting is planet Earth, forgotten by man and taken over by an overarching AI company. Mostly desolate, people have long forgotten where they live as they're lost in a virtual version of reality, with VR headsets and AI chips. Nathan doesn't agree with everyone's fascination of augmented reality and sticks with his outdated VR headset rather than upgrade to the chip most people seem to have locked into. The areas you're introduced to in VirtuaVerse can be viewed in two ways, through Nathan's real eyes and through the wonders of VR. It becomes very important throughout the story to see each area in both ways, as otherwise you might miss something important. In VR, what was a sprawling city becomes awash with top-to-toe adverts following you as you walk. Restaurant fronts and robots have skins augmented on to make their appearance more appealing. These aesthetics and scenes are very reminiscent of such films as Blade Runner and Fifth Element. You begin in your apartment, waking to find your girlfriend Jay has left in a hurry. What starts as simply a hunt to find someone eventually opens up into a plight to save the human race from forgetting where they come from. You're introduced to hacker groups, manufactured cyber bands, and crypto shaman, navigating through city streets, hipster wastelands, and even a jungle. There's no voice acting in this game, but why should there be for this classic style? Instead, the writing is detailed and there's plenty of diversity in both characters and scenery. The puzzles can be tricky and ease you in before becoming more difficult and eventually a little impossible. I think it's safe to say that most of us refer to a walkthrough at some point whilst playing these games, and there were points where I questioned how anyone could come to the requested resolution. If you're new to this type of game and don't appreciate a walkthrough to help you out here and there, then you might be best off starting with something else such as the aforementioned Monkey Island series. VirtuaVerse's version of hints was Nathan's journal, which only really pointed you in the direction of where you're going, rather than giving any real pointers of how to solve a puzzle. Collecting every object on offer to me in each environment and trying to put two and two together is the staple of any point and click, but what makes this a breath of fresh air is everything outside of that. The visuals are beautiful. The synthwave soundtrack from Master Boot Record is excellent, and the scripting of all characters is spot on for the stereotype of who they're trying to portray. Getting through the story was a sci-fi wonder. With political undertones of the timeline our own world is heading for, this game smacks of the Blade Runner and Space Odyssey style fiction we all know and love. If you're a fan of point and clicks and know how to navigate them, this is a perfect addition to your collection. With the brilliant soundtrack and neon vibes, it could help gain a new audience to the cult game genre, but you must have patience. This game should take around 12 to 14 hours to complete, depending on whether you cheat or not. At time of recording, this game is $14.99 and available on Steam. I personally believe it's worth that amount and hope you give it a go. If you like my review, please subscribe and keep an eye out for more videos coming soon.